daily basis with their self-development. The next voice that you will be hearing after Mr. Mumford is none other than Mr. Motivator himself, Kim Satchel. He is also the newly published author of a book titled Alcoholic versus Struggleaholic. He also helps individuals on a daily basis with their self-development as well. And guys, if you want to purchase either one of those books, you can go to lifechangingalliances.com and purchase one, two, or both of those books as for yourself or as a gift for someone else. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce this time and present to others Mr. Jamal Mumford. Mr. Mumford, are you on the line with us this morning, sir?
Yeah, I'm here, JP. I'm here. Can you guys hear me online as well? Hello, everyone. Mr. Satchel, can you hear me? Online and on the phone. Mr. Darrell, good morning to you. It's good seeing you last night, sir. Well, good morning, everyone. We're excited. We're really excited about what we're doing here at Life Changing Alliances, and that we get to come here and change and work on our lives every single day. And that's what it's all about, you know, while working on ourselves, working on our lives every single day. And so, yes, JP, we want to definitely take the time to explain to everyone, as this is kind of new, but it's very, very simple. It's much simpler than it even appears to be. That all you have to do, and Mr. Satchel can help me just chime in here as well, that basically, okay, all you have to do is go on your phone and download the app Zoom. Just download the app Zoom, and once you download the app, I mean, it's pretty much, as soon as you download the app, it's gonna, all you gotta do is put in these numbers. The number, the room number is very just a phone number. It's 404-333-8430. Again, that's 404-333-8430. So once you download the app, just go on your Apple. If you have iPhone, and go to your Apple Play Store. If you have Android, go to your Play Store on Android, and just type in Zoom, ZOOM, the Zoom app. Once you download it, very simply, and then it's going to just say join meeting, and put in 404-333-8430. If you're on your laptop, just go to zoom.com. I mean, no, it's zoom.us, right, Mr. Satchel? Zoom.us. I think it's Zoom.
Yeah, zoom.us.com, zoom.us.com, and it's the app is actually Zoom iCloud Meeting, or the Zoom Cloud Meeting on your app or your Play Store.
Exactly. There you go. So once you do that, and now you'll be able to just put in the room number, just say join the meeting, and then you put in 404-333-8430 again, and you'll be able to join the meeting very easily. So guys, it's very, very simple to get online. It's much easier than the other platform we had. So I would encourage all of you to get online, because it's so much easier to work with the platform and to be able to hear the listeners and so forth and so on. And we do even realize that you can actually dial in another number. So we're going to be moving to that way as well, where you're going to dial into the number of the platform. And we're probably moving away from the other number, and everybody just dial into the one number. That way we don't got to do all this, like my phone right now, I'm getting feedback in my ear and back and forth. We got to keep on switching microphones, all that kind of stuff. So we definitely want to make sure that we work on those kinks as well. So we're really excited about this call. I'm telling you, I'm really excited about where we're going. And this morning, some of you know, I'm younger than the whole era of Muhammad Ali. And so I've always heard of this guy. I mean, I knew he was a fighter. But I never knew anything really about him besides a couple times Mr. Satchel would say something like, you have a dream about beating me, you better wake up, And that was the only thing I really knew. But, this weekend.
Hold on, Jamal. We don't hear you on the phone.
Let me see. You should be hearing the phone. Or you're not hearing the phone.
No.
Okay, right. Oh, there we go. How about that?
There you go. Yep. Okay. You go.
Awesome. So, I'll quote back. I don't know how much I didn't hear me on the phone. But, I was, this morning I woke up and, but I kind of this weekend I've been really, I'm just one of those people that I like studying great people. And as I was saying that, with the death of Muhammad Ali, I didn't really know much about him at all. I didn't grow up in this era. I just knew of him as far as he was a boxer, and that was it. People always say how great he was. I never saw any of his fights. I mean, none. I mean, even being in the news business, I might have saw one little glimpse of him hitting somebody, stuff like that. But I never really knew him as a person. And of course, when he passed away, you know, I was on vacation. So I sat in a hotel and I just watched like 3 hours, well, maybe 2 hours of just the specials about his life. And I was so taken by his life. I really was. And I know that there was a lot of controversy about how he was and how cocky he was, but I really wanted to share this with you guys because I just got this morning and I was just like, I just went on YouTube and typed in affirmations by Muhammad Ali. And I was so amazed at the intelligence of this guy and the ability that he just spoke his whole life into existence. Because how many of us know that? I mean, especially like I said, they said his life was more powerful than any other athlete in his time because we're not dealing with the stuff he had to deal with back in his time, and yet he spoke his life into existence. I was watching this. He was on an hour talk show, and the whole time it's just nothing about him talking and being. You can call it cocky if you want, but I always say, listen, don't mistaken my arrogance for confidence. Right? See, I'm confident. I'm not arrogant. Some of you need to get that point. See, if you want to be successful in life, one of the easiest ways to really get to success is develop your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can always I was at an event last night, right? And I'm always at events. I'm always traveling all around, and I talk to people, and within seconds, I can tell a confident individual versus a non-confident individual. I can tell those who are going to succeed in their project versus those that are not going to succeed in their project. And majority of people I meet are not going to exceed in their project because they lack confidence. They're afraid to be cocky. They're afraid to be arrogant. And you know, I gotta say, I have now probably adopted one of his greatest quotes this morning. That's now going to go into my greatest quotes of all times that I will now begin to use, because many of you know I believe in affirmations wholeheartedly. You know, affirmations is something that really got me to the top very fast in my life and what I had to do, because I came from rock bottom, right? I came from complete rock bottom. But it was affirmations I learned from my mentors. The first thing I learned about personal development was affirmations, to the point that I became cocky in my affirmations, right? I became cocky in saying I will be a six-figure income earner, right, in my life. And in 4 years, I went from $23,000 a year to $100,000 a year. You know, I winning the Emmy Award in my 20s, you know, being one of the youngest African Americans to ever direct a newscast in Philadelphia in the history of time, right? I started at 22 years old directing newscasts in Philadelphia. Why? Because I said to myself, I will be in that director's chair. Now, many guys told me, listen, you better be careful when you say that, because you're going to have to move across the country. You want to do other things. But I declared that, and I started saying to myself, Jamal, what are you doing now? Apply the same thing you did when you got to that to your project right now, to your life right now. And I started hitting myself like, go back to that. And here's what Muhammad Ali said right here. Look what he said. Wow, he said, I mean, this is Muhammad Ali. This is a guy that just believed. You could tell this guy who he was. He said, it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And affirmation, nothing but affirming, breaking the word down, affirming to yourself in the positive present tense of who you are. Not your current situation, but affirming who you're going to become and who you want to be. See, he said it's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. And he says, look at this. He said, and once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction. See, so, you know, I got a text message the other day. Someone said, I always get text messages, Jamal, I'm doing what you said doing, but it's not working. No. The reason why it's not working, because it hasn't got deep yet. You may think because you say it in your mind consciously. I can't tell you when it becomes deep. It's going to become deep when it begins to manifest itself. How about that? It becomes deep once you start getting the manifestation. That's when it becomes deep. So people say, Jamal, I've been doing what you said doing, and it's not working. I've been getting up every morning, reading the Bible, quoting the scriptures, and affirming to myself, and it's not working. I'm not making more money. I'm still in having chaos because it hasn't become deep. Because once it becomes deep, the paradigm shifts, and you can only have but positive, amazing results. I love what he said that. He said, I'll say it again, I'll be done, Mr. Satchel. I'll be done here, right? He said again, it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. First, you got to believe. And belief is not what you say. Belief is not what you say. Belief is what you do. That's where we get it mixed up. See, that's why many believers and Christians and religious people don't succeed, because they think they believe because they say it. No, belief don't come from your mouth. Belief comes from what you do, your actions, your body work, how you get up in the morning, your habits. That determines your belief. See? And once that belief, once that action and what you do becomes a deep conviction. That's why I said if you're in a project, it's not when you get in the business, it's when the business get inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm an addict for my project. I'm an addict, right? I mean, I can't, I'm on the phone, I'm driving, I mean, all day long, even while I'm on this call, you know, people, I'm doing my business because I'm an addict for my business. I'm addicted. Oh yeah, I'm addicted. I'm a crack baby. It's like crack to me, right? I'm addicted. I'm addicted to wealth. I'm addicted to living life, the greatest life in the world. See, I'm addicted to happiness. I'm addicted to smiling. I wish you would catch me with a frown on my face. You better smack me, right? And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. And that's when infinite intelligence takes place, when it becomes a deep conviction. So I'm going to turn the call over to a gentleman who I believe is the Muhammad Ali of our time. You know why? Because I watched this gentleman for 12 years. And I watched him have amazing, amazing confidence. To the point that there were times when I would say, he is just a little darn cocky. But you know what? His cockiness, if you want to say it, but it was confidence that got him everything he has in life today. When he says, I will never work a job again, when I watched this gentleman, I watched him at his lowest moments in his life get back up. I remember when he didn't have a car. I remember when he would ride a bicycle to the office we had, and he had to wait till I bring my car over to go shopping, right? But that same gentleman today now is living a life of the way he wants to live it, 100%. He is the Muhammad Ali. With that being said, I advise you to study this man's life and get around him. That is the guy on this call, my co-partner, my partner to success, Mr. Satchel, Mr. Motivator. The call is yours, sir.
Wow. Come on now. Y'all better go ahead. Bang, bang, bang. What? I am excited on the day, and hopefully you are too. And I just, man, Mr. Mumford, you couldn't have started this call off any better than what you started it off as, simply because, oh my God. Now, the thing about it, you're talking from studying and reading, but I watched this man fight. I heard this man. And when I tell you, and I can promise you, anybody that was in his era would have said this to you, that Muhammad Ali, and I know back in the day, when you talking about that quote fits him perfectly. I was one of those persons that would always say, he's so cocky, he's so confident. I wanted him to get knocked the heck out. Why? Because of the way he was talking. I mean, he talked like when I tell you he was an artist in that ring. This man he literally orchestrated this thing. Watch the fights, the Foremans, the Holmes. I seen this man literally not, you talking about the rope-a-dope. Nobody understood this stuff, but this man had so much confidence. And if you don't understand it, now this is a good person to study, because, ladies and gentlemen, when you get this, you'll never say it ain't working, because it works here in the mental first. It works in the mental first. And the way the man spoke, it was like, boy, he said, it blew me away. He said, if you dream about beating me, you better wake up and apologize. Come on. Now, that's a whole lot of stuff to be talking about. If you dream about beating me, you better wake up and apologize, Monte Cristo. Do you hear me? And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, as you start thinking about this and you go back to when you were actually in gym, how many of us would look at our opponent, right, and be like, I'm going to tell you right now, brother, oh, man, I need somebody to really get this. I really need you to get this, because if you get this piece and if you start speaking with this level of confidence, your life can only go in the direction that you want it to go. Do you hear what they say? Everything is based on what? His faith. And I said, no, he wasn't confident. He was just speaking into existence what he wanted. Now, I've had people say things like this to me, Mr. Mumford. I will never, ever, ever work for another person a day in my life for a wage. Do you hear what I say? I will never. When you hear a person say, I am psychologically unemployable, period. I will not be on welfare. I will not live in the projects. And I kept speaking these things, and none of this stuff it didn't, man, anybody know John Wayne? John Wayne said, man, like death can't even come this way right now. Why? I got too much I got to do. When you start speaking that, believing that, and understanding the direction of your life, it's a wrap. There is no doubt in my mind that I will ever live in poverty ever again. I can't live in poverty. It don't have no space over here. Are you following what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, when you get these things in your life will change through the manifestation of your words. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I could do this. Oh, man, I love that. Mr. Mumford, thank you, brother. If you, if y'all think, I'm telling you, Daryl, I know Daryl came up with Muhammad Ali. I know Avery came up with him, right? I know some of y'all did come up with Muhammad Ali. And if you watched his smoke, baby, he was not a game. He was not a joke. How many fights did Mike Tyson win without even opening his mouth? That man did not walk down that aisle like he was worried about somebody beating him. Do you follow what I'm saying? See, some of us had this kind of umph in us when we really wanted something. Oh, I'm going to get it. Trust me. I will be a top income earner. Trust me. I will live a life of abundance. Trust and believe that. And when you say it with that much confidence, somebody going to follow you. That's how many people followed Muhammad Ali. What? Am I making sense right now? Whatever the man said, he backed the heck up. I want to follow this guy. Why? Because Jamal know where he going. Now here it is. Well, I hope we do well in this project. You want to join me? Guys, that's everything. Ain't nobody joining you. Why? Because you ain't even joined.
It's actually, and it's like, I like this quote as you're talking here, because it means everything. And I know everybody, I like to be real, because I'm a result-oriented individual. So if I'm not getting results, I'm always seeking out why. And the quote that really got me, and I read in a book, one of the books that I read from my mentors, he said, 1% doubt does not equal 100% faith. Think about that. See, I know we all want things to work out for us, but see, the world is designed to those that really believe it. See, the reason why your project's not working, because if you have any doubts whatsoever, that doubt is going to manifest. This is a faith walk, and I don't mean this in a religious sense. I'm not giving a religion, analogy here. I'm making it a principle of life. This is a faith walk, right? That's what you said. So 1% doubt does not equal 100% faith. This guy, I've had questions myself as I'm watching Muhammad Ali. I'm saying, dude, this guy, he was nonstop in faith about he was going to win. I don't know. You watching? I'm just watching videos now. But everyone up there. He never stopped.
That's huge. That's huge. Well, I guess it's time to get started with this class, right? And hopefully everybody can see me. If you want, ladies and gentlemen, you can just click on, Your camera is so good to see Miss Felicia over there just intensely watching us. We got Mr. Darrell, super duper. It was online. He didn't realize it. I know you didn't. Denise is out there. Marcus out there. How you doing, sir? I am definitely excited about this platform because I get to see you guys and now when I see you, you can't come up and say, hey, Mr. Satchel, you ain't that person. I ain't seen you online. So we're at right now, and if I'm not mistaken, ask. Ask. If you are anywhere remotely close to a computer and you are in a position to read on today, I would love to have you read, all right? And we're going to go ahead and get started right now because this is really good right here. I'll go ahead and fix it to where you guys can actually see that. Boom. And share. Ask, right? I love this thing. Debbie, of old time. Fan.
Great.
Philanthropist, so I think we can trust his judgment. History is filled with examples of incredible riches and astounding benefits people have received simply by asking for them. Yet, surprisingly, asking, one of the most powerful success principles of all, is still a challenge that holds most people back. If you are not afraid to ask anybody for anything, then skip over this chapter. But if you are like most people, you may be holding yourself back by not asking for the information, assistance, support, money, and time that you need to fulfill your vision and make your dreams come true. Why people are afraid to ask? Why are people so afraid to ask? They are afraid of many things, such as looking needy, looking foolish, and looking stupid. Mostly they're afraid of experiencing rejection. They are afraid of hearing the word no. The sad thing is that they're actually rejecting themselves in advance. They're saying no to themselves before anyone else even has a chance to.
Wait. Wait a minute. What did you just say?
The sad thing is that they're actually rejecting themselves in advance. They're saying no to themselves before anyone else even has a chance to. So that means the door is you not even knocking on the door. Not only did you not shut it, but you didn't even knock on it.
You didn't even.
You closed the door in your own face.
You ain't even get started. You're rejecting yourself. Before, and I said this, I've been saying this all week. Many people are failing mentally and they're disabled physically. So you can't win. Oh man, go ahead, Debbie. Continue.
Wait, I can't say that again. You said just say that. Just say what you just said.
Many people are failing mentally, which is disabling you physically. So the real denial, rejection is within yourself. You losing on life before you even give yourself, you're not even giving yourself a chance to live because you've already rejected it mentally. Go ahead, Debbie.
Okay. When I was a graduate student at the School of Education at the University of Chicago, I participated in a self-development group with 20 other people. During one of the exercises, one of the men asked one of the women if she found him attractive. I was both shocked by the boldness of the question and embarrassed for the asker, fearing what he might get as a response. As it turned out, she said that she did. emboldened by his success, I asked her if she found me attractive. After this little exercise in bold asking, several of the women told us that they found it unbelievable how scared men were when it came to asking women for a date.
Mm.
She said, you reject yourself before you even give us a chance to. Take the risk. We might say yes.
Yeah.
Don't assume that you are going to get a no. Let's say this again. Don't assume that you are going to get a no. Take the risk to ask for whatever you need and want. If they say no, you are no worse off than when you started. If they say yes, you are a lot better off. Just by being willing to ask, you can get a raise, a donation, a room with an ocean view, a discount, a free sample, a date, a better assignment, a more convenient delivery date, an extension, time off, or help with the housework.
Stop. I ain't reading nothing else today. My God. Oh, Jesus.
I know, man.
Debbie, go ahead. Oh, my goodness.
Well, that used to be a problem for me, that I would not ask, and it was because I didn't want people to think I needed.
No. Stop. I ain't even gonna let you say that. Say it again. Don't say that used to be. That's the problem. That's not used to be. That's the problem. Pick that phone up every day and call your people until you get the national.
Oh, okay. Then let's ask it. All right, fine, thank you. Okay. Well, I met people in my personal life, in my personal circle. I used to always pride myself on what Mr. Millionaire called being a Lone Ranger. So I never wanted to have to ask anyone for anything. You know, like when it came to, like, I maybe my mother, and then later when I got married, my husband, but like going out to have to ask people for things. No, I don't want to ask anyone for anything. I want to do it myself. I don't want people to think I need anything or that I can't sustain myself. I have to, even if it was true at that point, I didn't want it to appear as though that was the case. So I didn't like to ask people for it. I was like, I'd work 5 jobs if I had to.
Stop. Oh, you is teaching right now. Do you understand how good you teaching right now, Debbie? I want y'all to hear what this woman is saying. Like all of this stuff, when we say culture, like he just said, rejection, we don't want to hear. This is what's making it so difficult for you to pick that phone up, talk to people, and literally take you to your millionaire status. Oh, man, this is good. Oh, you out driving every day. All day you see people, and you ain't saying nothing to nobody. Why? I don't want people to feel I'm needy. I don't like talking to people. How many of us have said it? How many? And we may not say it, but it is truly in our culture to be. Listen, oh, man, y'all beating me up today. John Canfield, whatever your name is. This thing is the real. This is real. Oh my God. Debbie, go ahead.
I just, I'm just saying that's just how I was. Jamal kind of said something to me one time. I asked him, how did he see me? And I said, you've known me a long time, Jamal. How do you see me? And he said, Debbie, I see you as a Lone Ranger. You try to do everything yourself. And for some reason that stunned me. And then when I thought about it, it wasn't that I didn't know that. I just didn't realize that it was a problem. And that it was how many problems it caused in my life until I actually heard him say that. That like stuck in my brain like a barnacle. And I understood that I had been sabotaging myself all these years by not asking for help when I needed it. There were times that I needed help, but I would wear myself down to a nub trying to do it myself instead of asking somebody for help. And there were a lot of times people right there. I always had a great support system, so it wasn't that I didn't have people who would help me. But something in me made me believe that I shouldn't ask for help. And I'm not sure why. I can't, I never really investigated to trace it back to anything. But I do know that I had a problem asking for help or letting people know that I needed help. Unless, like I said, it was my mother or somebody like that. But basically, there might have been 2 or 3 people in the entire world that I would ask for help. And I had a whole network of people surrounding me. but something in me, like I said, made me feel that there was something wrong, or I would appear that something was wrong, or whatever it was, if I needed to ask for help. So I would go without before I would ask for help, unless it would be my son, but I never allowed that to happen. But for me, if I needed something, I wouldn't ask. I just would not ask. I did not want people to think that I needed to ask.
That
But I
sound like,
didn't really see it the way it was until Jamal said that to me.
and look at this. Look at this. That sound like a coward.
Oh,
That,
dang, yeah.
that's a coward. At the end of the day, we say courage. You'll never run out of people, right? That's a coward. They say the same exact thing. They say anger is only a form of fear. Anger is only a form of fear. So when you realize, you know what, you're a coward, you scared to call, you really a coward. You're really not tough. But you put up this daggone facade at the end of the day, and it scares people to come at you and ask those questions, and that's how you block. It's the walls. Y'all don't want to talk about that. This is personal development. Let's welcome to the class audience. At the end of the day, and a lot of it has been cultured, and then that's why it comes through the form of anger. Oh, I know. For real. It was just a point. It's just like when you see that person that did a whole lot of talking and voicing their mouth, they really was a coward. And they might even learn how to fight. But for real, you had so much fear going on, you kind of fought your way through life. But now humiliate yourself. Humble yourself. See, all of it, that's that you keep hearing, right? That you keep hearing that we now got to spend the rest of our lives, guess what? Rehabilitating our thinking to the point that, guess what? It's so much. Do you know this, ladies and gentlemen? I said this the other day. I said, there's so much money around you. There's so much money around you, but you are afraid to ask.
You have not because you ask not.
Oh, God. Thank you so much, Debbie.
All right. Have a golden day.
It did a phenomenal job.
Well, I'm mad you, Kemp. You called me a coward, but
you're a coward.
Oh, fine.
You're a coward.
Hey.
Woo! Oh man, this is good. This is good. I mean, Mr. Mumford.
You know, Mr. Thatcher, this is, and I'm glad you kind of stop. You always stop at a perfect point because it is saying everything. You know, I remember where I learned this was when we were selling timeshare. That was the first time I remembered that they said assume the sell.
Mm-hmm.
If you assume the sell, you will go with it, right? You'll go into it with all kind of, like if you knew that they were going to say yes at the end of the presentation, how would you deliver it? Would you be smiling? Would you be happy? Would you ask all the questions you wanted to ask? Would you have posture? You know, would you be excited because you knew they were going to buy? You know, and that's in everything in life. So people, if you ever follow me around, I was just texting the guy just now. You know, he was asking me, you know, doing a business deal with him, and I said, you forget, I get everything I ask for. I get everything I ask for. This weekend I was in Florida. I mean, everything I did, I said I get everything I asked for, right? Because listen, if you believe that, right, and you believe that you understand, no one's going to tell you no. Guess what? Look at how you want to take. Look how you want to take action. Right? So, but see, that came because asking. Now, I thought about when David was talking, Mr. Thatcher, when you talk about calling, making phone calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because last night I was at my project, and one of the guys was doing a training last night to some of the new recruits in our project. And I like what he said. And he said, as you go up the pin levels, he said each pin level should call the next highest pin level 3 times a week.
Mm.
Now, again, we're talking about principles, right? He said, call your success line next rank above you 3 times a week. And Mr. Satchel, for the history of the free enterprise world, it has been said, call your success line partners 3 to 5 times a week. Why? You're calling them to ask, what's the next step? You're calling to ask, am I in line to be successful? You're calling to ask, right? How do I get to the next level? Because every phone call is about you asking. And because it's about asking, no one does it. As Bridget said, see, and be very honest here, the reason why we can't ask, the reason why, Debbie, you don't make the phone call consistently is because as a child, we've been beat down as a child. That's why you can't call. You can't even call me. You can't even call me Motivate. As if like, so what? Jamal's gonna be real with you. So what? And you're not gonna die. I promise you're not gonna die, right? But we're afraid to ask. We've been so downtrodden in life, especially as African Americans, because all of you had those parents that said, I know my mom was, don't you dare. I don't care how hungry you was. I used to hate it. I mean, I used to be hungry. My stomach was hitting my back. You know, I have fast metabolism, right? I like to eat. And we go to our cousin's house, making some good black eyed peas, some collard greens, turkey. I mean, and she said, don't you dare ask for anything. And I'm sitting in the chair. Hey, Jamal, you want anything to eat? No, I'm not hungry. No, in the hell I'm hungry. But my mom said, don't you dare ask for anything. And what did that do to all of us? It began to form, and now we adults, you can't even pick up the phone and call a Jamal Mumford, a Kim Satchel. You can't even drive 5 minutes. Some of you live 5 minutes from me, and you want to pick up the phone. Hey, Jamal, can I take you out to lunch? Just some coffee? Oh, Jamal's going to say no. See, there you go. See, I ask every single one of you that's in a project right now, why? I wish I would give $100 to anybody to give me I would give $100 right now. Mr. Satchel, will you match me 100? Will you match me 100?
I sure will.
If anybody can really prove to me why, give me the best darn reason you possibly give me why you can't call me 3 times a week. I mean, I'm sorry, not me personally. Why you can't call us for somebody better, somebody more successful than you 3 times a week. Can somebody please give me a very valid reason, and I will give you $100. I haven't yet to lose the money. I don't like losing money. Please give me a valid reason. Thank you, Mr.
I'm a coward.
Oh, okay. And there you go. Now, tell me you're a coward. You may got it. That's maybe a good reason, but I'm not gonna let you on the hook.
Look. I'm a coward. At the end of the day, I'm a coward. See, let's just put it the way that it really is. Don't sugarcoat it. Let's just put it the way it is. You're a coward. No courage. You'll never run out of money. Now watch this. I was listening to Jamal talk, and at the end of the day, when he said what he just said, he said, I get everything I want. I get everything I want. That's a very confident man to say that, right? Now, some of y'all going to say, and your thinking is going to mess you up here, because at the end of the day, it's like, he's so conceited. He that. I'm telling you, I noticed, because even here when he said it, it had a glimpse right in my head. Like, and it was very evident years ago. I'm not calling him. He think he better than anybody ever said she thinks she all that? Oh, he think he all that. Anybody ever said that? And you know what the person said? No, they think you all that. They just too much of a coward to tell you all that.
You told me that, Mr. Satchel. You told me that.
I know I did. Somebody taught it to me, because it was just like, here we go. People that's coming off, they come off. Oh, she thinks she all of that. It's just like even Muhammad Ali. I need somebody in this queue that followed Muhammad Ali. I mean, don't be coming up here and talk just because you've seen a fight. Somebody that really know Muhammad Ali. Maybe you even seen him fight before. You might even been in the room with him. Anybody, *6 your phone. Avery, *6 your phone. Why? This is
senior of the group.
Yeah, see, I know he know Ali.
The senior of the group, Avery.
Legend.
Yeah, I'm a really big
Ali
Ali
fan. Go ahead
fan.
and unmute you. Hold on, because you're not on the phone line. Wait a minute.
This is Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo.
All these
AKA.
people. Wow. There's so many people right now. Darnell. I'm looking for. Go ahead, Darnell.
Okay. I'm a very big Muhammad Ali fan.
All right, I don't hear
never
you
wanted
right
to see him lose.
I don't hear him
You
on
hear me
the
now?
I don't hear you.
You don't hear me?
I unmuted him. Is your microphone working where you at? Microphone check.
If he's only on the platform, you got to put him into the
How about this? Is this better?
No, but I actually unmuted him on the platform. Oh.
You got to put him onto the conference call. You got to put the speaker on.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Is this better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, great. I'm a very big fan of Muhammad Ali. I mean, I love Muhammad Ali. I never wanted to see him lose. But I took some of the confidence that he had because I loved his confidence. I loved his brashness. I loved the way he talked Jack and then backed it up. Nothing with me. He can't hit what his eyes can't see. So stuff like that. The dude was a poet and he did know it and he wasn't too proud to show it. And I loved it. And he was a winner. When he lost, he came back and won again. When he lost again, he came back and won again. He was Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Your eyes can't hit. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see.
I think I'll take that quote. I'm taking that quote myself. That's good. That's good. Now, Darnell, Avery, with all of that being said, would you say his words had a lot to do with the way he was, or let I say, the way he was thinking was a quick reflection of the words that he would use?
Yes, because when he wanted to fight Sonny Liston, he followed that dude everywhere. And he told him the same thing. I'm gonna beat you. You ain't nothing. You just think you can fight. You beat Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson was weaker than you, but I ain't even worried about Floyd Patterson. I'm coming after you because you the champ. Well, you ain't even the champ unless you fight the champ.
Woo!
I mean, he just kept on. He kept after this dude, following him around in this bus. The dude had to throw him off his property because he was determined to fight Sonny Liston. And he kept saying it, and kept saying it, and kept saying it. Everybody he fought, he got in their heads. He beat them mentally before he beat them physically.
Thank you. Thank you.
And who's the Muhammad Ali in your life? Who's the
Me.
Muhammad Ali that's telling you
No.
you can't win, that you're no good, that you're a coward, you'll never be successful in your project? See, some of you got Muhammad Ali's in your life, and that's why you can't be successful, because you're letting people get in your head.
Right.
Woo!
Yeah. And I had bosses that tried to talk me down. Just like Kim said a couple of weeks ago, people telling you that you ain't gonna never mount to nothing. I had bosses that told me you ain't gonna never mount to nothing. You ain't gonna never be nothing. You know, other people in the neighborhood, I was always picked on. Y'all not looking at this little beanpole that I used to be. I had this little bully that used to pick on me in high school. He always dressed nice, had this big nice fro, come from a rich family, and he bullied everybody. And I was the one he picked on the most because I was smut dusty, shag nasty, poor as everybody in the neighborhood. I came in floods, you know, my pants were flooded. My hair was knotty, nappy, and kanky. They call my hair 3 E's hair. Knotty, nappy, and kanky. But this dude bullied me and bullied me and bullied me. And one day in class, I got tired of it and I stood up to him. And I was still scared when I stood up. So he pushed me and I didn't push him back. He pushed me and I didn't push him back. He pushed me the third time and now my back's against the wall. So he sees he can't push me no more. So he reaches out and slaps me. And I come out of the bag with something I didn't even know I had in me. I unloaded on this dude. I hit him. He sat down in the chair and I jumped up on him and I wouldn't let him get up and I wore his head out. And when I sat down, The rest of the class was sitting at him laughing.
Wow.
And from that day forward, that was the 9th grade. From the 10th, the 11th through the 12th, this dude would come up to me wanting to hit me, biting on his lip. But he remembered that day I unloaded on him. And I would sit back and look at him like this.
That's right. That's right.
So, yes, Muhammad Ali had an effect on me. There were a lot of other people that had extreme confidence that had an effect on me. And that from that day forward, my class called me crazy. Don't mess with Avery because he's crazy. But when I was a punk, I was a punk. You know, but now when I unloaded on that dude, all of a sudden I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it changed my reputation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, that's good. That's good. Wow. Mr. Mumford, you got to unmute your phone, but that was a good, and I know some of you can relate to that story because some of you were bullied. Some of you were actually picked on, teased, right? And then there's that one moment that somebody gonna say something at the wrong time, and it's gonna change the game and everything. And you're thinking there's your development like, oh, you know what? I ain't no coward. I can do this. Right? At the end of the day, and when you say something so much, oh my God. It's just like, oh man, this is such a very important chapter here because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, all of your abundance is around you right now, everywhere, and you can't be scared. We say life is beating up most people mentally. It's beating you up mentally. Your success, everything. All you got to do is be courageous enough to get it. Just ask. Don't get big.
Exactly. I mean, your answers are wrapped up. All of your answers are wrapped up in somebody else. One of my mentors says, all of your answers to your life issues, everything you're doing in life, is wrapped up in someone else. That's how God designed the universe. He designed us to all be interconnected, right? He didn't put you on this earth with all the answers, right? He put a Kemp Satchel, he put a Brittany, he put a Michael, he put a Tramika, he put a Felicia, he put a Daryl, and all of us together, all of you have answers for other people's problems, right? But you got to ask, right? I said ask stands for always seek knowledge, though. So you should be, your mission every day should be, every day you should be asking someone who's successful more than you. It could be even a virtual mentor. It could be going on YouTube and typing in how to be a better prospector, right? How to be a better communicator, you know, how to be a better husband, how to be a better whatever. That's asking. You can even ask you Google. Isn't that interesting? You don't gotta open your mouth. You can type your fingers, right? That's asking. Trust me, Google is very good at typing. You can type in a question. I go to Google all the time. How do I overcome a hamstring injury? Oh, voila. Right there. I go to the doctor. I'm saying, doctor, you're saying exactly what YouTube did. So I just paid you $200. You know, I just got it for free. What you charged me for? Folks, I can promise you, in this time and age, none of us should be lacking in our lives, Mr. Satchel. But we're so afraid of asking. Satchel, I'll say it again. It amazes me how you and I can sit here for hours and our phone don't even ring. That amazes the hell out of me. See, I'm one of those people. I don't care if I know you and all people. I was in the meeting. Well, I don't have any mentors. There's no mentors out there. Say what? No, you're just a coward to go up to a person and ask them for help. It's not a lack of mentors in the world. Don't tell me that. It's your cowardness. I like them Satchel because he says be of courage. Because even Jesus called people the coward. He said, so I'm saying when he said your cowardness is not allowing you to ask. That's why you're failing your business, your project, because you are afraid to pick up the phone and ask for help. I don't care if it's your upline, your sideline, another company, whatever. If you see somebody more successful than you, John Evans taught me this, Jamal. He says spend all money and spend all time around people that are better than you. I double dog dare you. You never know what's going to happen. Well, I don't have the money to hire Jamal as a coach. You have no idea until you call me. I have no money to talk to Mr. Satchel. You don't even have no idea. You don't even know. See, part of asking, guess what I learned? It's called negotiation. Oh my goodness. No, I have become a great negotiator.
Oh my God.
I walk into the deal asking for I walk in asking for a deal. I know your price says $100, but can I get it for 80?
Yep.
This whole vacation was all about asking. I know you said I can only get one free breakfast with this reservation. Can I get 3, please? You can do that.
Yeah.
What I do? I asked Jamal. No, trust me. It says one. It says one. It says one. Look, the internet says one. The reservation says one. I know what it says, but watch this. Can I speak to your manager, please? I know you used to work here. Can I speak to your manager, please? Hello, sir. You know, I'm making a reservation here, and I have 3 people with me, and I'd like to know we want to stay at this hotel. Could you give us 3 free breakfast coupons for the morning instead of 1, please? So we can stay here. Yeah, we'll do that. Folks, ask.
Wow.
Get courage.
And you know, and I'm gonna tell y'all, when I tell y'all, Jamal, this boy negotiates everything. Do you hear me? I mean, and he just said, it was like somebody say, oh, everybody can go down on the price. I don't care who it is. But you walk in, you see a price. This guy, I mean, clubs where you wasn't even supposed to have it, people wasn't supposed to be there. Jamal just, and I mean, the more he does it to the point that it's just like, it's a habit now. It's a habit. It's like, I don't care what it is. We in the Home Depot. I'm like, dude, just get it. Nope, I'm asking. I'm going to these ass. I'm like, for real? He said, yeah. And they will give it to him. I'm like, my boy, and I know some people are like this. Like, literally, I would be like, okay, I'm going to go over here while you do that. Anybody ever had that kind of person in their life? Like, all right, I'm not, you go ahead. I don't even want to be, look, I'm not even talking. I'm like, I'm going to go over here because that's being very conscious. And this, I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not that. And I'll tell people, I'm a coward when it comes to that. It's just like, I just go with the flow. This boy, and I'm like, no. He said, listen, I'm just going to ask. Because just like, you know, anybody ever negotiated a house, a mortgage, a car payment? You just go with the flow. You ain't even say nothing. We already know that it's marked up. So we got some negotiating, power. But at the end of the day, when you say, watch me get this house for this price, anybody ever did that? You just had watch me get this. Watch me get this. I'm like, oh my God, he got it.
I learned this from a mentor, Mr. I learned this from one of my a millionaire mentor friend of mine, Mark Christie. I remember hanging out with him, just the fact that he became a mentor, because I asked him, right? And he said, man, in the whole church, we had a church of 5,000 people. He said, you're the first person in the entire church to ask to come over my house. See? He's a multimillionaire. He was Ray Allen's, and you know Ray Allen's the best way. He was Ray Allen's first financial consultant when he signed with the Toronto Raptors for $250 million.
Wow.
Right. And he got, $2.5 million, and he got $2.5 million, and he got 10% in his bank account the next day, $250,000, right? And I went to him, I said, Mark, can you mentor me? Right? I'm young. And I went to his house. And he said to me, I'm going to teach you a principle about life. And he said, wealthy people never pay full price for anything.
Wow.
I said, huh? He said, no, wealthy people never pay full price for anything. The first, every time whenever you deal with a wealthy person, the first number of figure you give, they always going to drop you down one level. Because they know they can always, their goal is to get to spend as less money as possible. That's how a wealthy person is. They believe they don't have to pay top dollar for anything. That's why broke people are broke, because y'all pay top dollar for everything. See, a wealthy person never does that. So he showed me that principle, and I used to go out with him. We'd be at restaurants. Everything he do was always a negotiation. That's why Donald Trump wrote the book, The Art of the Deal. Now, I know some of you may hate Donald Trump because of what he's running for office, but I'm telling you, the guy is smart. You better read his book called The Art of the Deal. It's about learning how to negotiate tough things. That's why he's so successful. Now here's the book, The Art of the Deal. And when you read that book, I learned, man, everything negotiable. Everything is negotiable. I've been in courtrooms, I won't let all my business out. I've been in courtrooms, okay, and negotiated things in the courtroom, okay? I've been in almost trouble, right? And I negotiated with the judge right there when they said, you better keep quiet. I said, look, can you give me 3 days, okay? I'll give you $3,000. I do not want to go get in a straitjacket, okay? Give me 3 days. I promise you, by Friday, listen, if I don't have it by Friday, you can lock me up. Listen, I'm telling you, see, folks, y'all think this stuff is a joke, but it's real life. It's real life. But you gotta open your mouth. How's that for real? How's that for real?
This class today, that's all I'm gonna say, was just amazing, because the more you sit here and you talk about it, how many people are afraid, even when you get something, just like you said the judge, right? And we know, Bob, obviously being in projects, there is so much fear when a person sees law enforcement, right? It's just like judges, things of that nature, like credit, right?
I got pulled up many times.
Oh my God. And Jamal says this. He said, I'm not worrying about it. I will work it out. And he'll stand up there and talk. He said, listen, Your Honor. He said, listen, I'm just telling you because I've been around this man a whole long time. And I've seen him operate on very high levels. So at the end of the day, as I'm sitting here, how many people really, when you see the phone ring or you may have a bill and you see the person's name and you don't answer the phone? I ain't even going to answer the phone. I'm not even going to try to negotiate this. I'm not going to. Listen, you coward. You won't even call him. You see, this is the real stuff. Based in the reality. Really. Like, you look at the name and as soon as you be like, I ain't got no money. Well, guess what? Why not call him and say, listen, sir, I have no money, but how can we work this thing out to where it's a win-win? Because right now, you're not getting nothing. And he's going to really get into this book on how to ask and how to do things so that you will have more power behind what it is you're doing. At the end of the day, you asking a rich man, can you come stay at his house? And you afraid, I didn't call you because I knew you were busy. No, you didn't call me because you a coward. You follow what I'm saying? You're afraid that you may not be able to. I'm calling you because I didn't really want to bother you. No, you didn't say it the right way. That's going to build you up. Just like people that's at the top. I used to say the people at the top making all the money, like that daggone, Avery, he all at the top. He got jackets on, he got this. Those are the people that's making. Why? Because I'm a coward because I don't want to put in the work. I don't want to be a part of this because all of these tests you got to take. See, mentally, you putting yourself out the deal. You got to take all these tests, and now you already killing your life. I'm just being honest with it. I done done it. I've been down that road. Oh, no, I'm a quit, coward. And I said this to Mr. Mumford, and again, I don't want you to ever think that I am against people in church. I'm against the system. Why? Because a lot of the programming, not only is my grandma, my mother, I was raised in church, but at the end of the day, he said, you know what? It automatically it puts you in a state of needy. You're needy. I'm just waiting. No, you got to take the test. You got to study. You want to live in your greatness? Let's live in our greatness. But there is a price that you must pay. There is sacrifice that you must make. And if you start really asking, I promise you, your life will never be the same. It is 10:03. Fantastic class today. Just ask. Ask somebody to join you today with confidence that you'll win. Ask somebody. I double dog dare you. Ask somebody. Call somebody up on that phone and ask them to take a look today. Stop being a coward. Because guess what? Your family is going to suffer for it, as not the whole, your kids, you, and everything else. And guess what? The more you learn, that's a behavior. A coward is a behavior. Time to come out. And I know some of y'all say, he's so mean. He's saying so many raunchy things. Somebody going to catch it, the person that was supposed to. With that being said, Mr. Mumford, I'm going to turn this call back over to you. I had a good time. Go out there and take life into your hands and run with it.
Man, you got me at goosebumps, bro, because, you know, when you talk about the family, and I looked at my children, you know, and I asked myself, you know, the gentleman said, Jamal, ask yourself better questions.
Mm-hmm.
Again, see, asking again. He said, ask yourself better questions. Stop asking why the project isn't working. Ask why are you not working the project. Ask why am I having a hard time. I want you to ask why am I having a hard time calling Mr. Mumford. Why am I having a hard time talking to two people? See, I had to ask myself, why am I having a hard time talking to two people a day about my project? And when I uncovered that answer, right? And I had to go back to my book that simply is basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? Some you get that on the way out the door. And it said, be of good courage. It said be. It didn't say try to be. It didn't say try to become. See, what Jamal, I'm working on myself. I'm not getting there, Jamal. I'm getting there. No, he didn't say get there. He said be strong and of good courage. That's Joshua 1:8 for those you want to know what I'm talking about. Okay, for those you want to know. You know, I got a good Bible. I know my Bible, right? Be strong, Mr. Satchel, and of good courage. And I begin to affirm to myself, I have no fear. I have no fear. I have no fear. I am of good courage. I take action now. I take action now. I have no fear. I see myself. I see myself as you say you see me. See? I see myself as you see me. That's what, I'm not coming against the church. The problem with the church itself is they're telling you not to see yourself as he sees you anymore. That should be the real word. They're not telling you to see yourself because if you saw yourself as him,
come on.
You would stop doing a lot of things you've been doing in that little church that you're in. Because if you saw yourself as he sees you, see, I don't care what the world sees me. So you got horizontal relationships, you got vertical relationships. See, if the vertical relationship is intact, that's why it's called a cross. If the vertical is intact, the horizontal is nothing.
You better teach.
Because I am as you say I am. I have what you say I have. See, I don't have poverty because you said I will be rich. So I have riches. You say that everything I put my foot upon, that have you given me. So therefore, I know that every person I talked about project is going to say yes. Because you say, I've never seen a righteous man forsaken, neither his seed begging for bread. So everybody I talked about my project has to join me in my project. Because I see myself as you see me. I have what you say I have, and I can do what you say I can do. That's my affirmation. But the reason why, that's why the guy said, but the problem with the church now is we done downgraded you to, oh, I maybe can't have that. Never say never. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Now, I just gave y'all your word for the day.
Yes, you did, brother.
You guys have an awesome day and keep asking. Ask, and watch what will happen. You guys have a great day. See you tomorrow morning. Over and out.
Wow. God. Whoa. Hallelujah.